Happy Halloween, folks, and welcome to the end game. It's also happy week 9 because it's Thursday night. So we got some Halloween football in store. We'll break down the Jets and the Texans and what it means, who might be getting the treats after tonight, and who's going to help you in your lineups. As always, we're going to answer your questions, start, sit, be with some trade questions. A lot of trade action going on in the real NFL and also in fantasy leagues. This is the time to make those moves. So we'll help you with that as well. We'll be on until game time to help you with anything fantasy football related. Well, let's start with tonight. Texans Jets, offense doesn't come first to mind for me, especially with the Texans this year. And now without Stephon Diggs, you think that it's going to be maybe a trick to start any of these Texans players?
I mean, I think you got to start Mixon, of course. I think Mixon could have a big game tonight. I still think Tank Dell, risky but worth it. I think maybe Schultz if you're desperate at tight end. I'd probably avoid the rest of the Texans, including CJ Stroud. This feels like it's going to be a pretty scary game tonight as far as offense goes. So yeah, I don't want to have to start these guys if I don't have to, but I mean, Dell, Dell's the tough one, right? Dell's going to be the tough one tonight. He's going to be the guy we're going to get a lot of questions about, and he's going to be the one where it's like, on the one hand, he should get the targets, but on the other hand, it's the Jets. He's certainly the tough one. I don't envy anybody who has to make that Tank Dell or player X flex decision this week.
Yeah, and you got to make it really soon. And that's the thing. I mean, we know he's going to get targeted plenty, but I don't know. It's not like the targets haven't been there. That's the thing. Nico's already been gone a couple of weeks. Sure, Diggs had been basically the number one guy, but it's not like there was such a diverse wealth of targets. And like Tank, if he only had a shot, he's been out there the whole time. He's been fine, but we haven't seen a big breakout game from Tank Dell. And even though he should, in theory, get more targets, it's not a good matchup. So I got some trust issues, but like you said, it depends who player X is. So yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we try to break down. Yes. Got the tough questions. We'll see what happens there. On the Jets side, now there's some news. They're going to be without their top receiver. That's right. Allen Lazard is on IR. Well, I mean, in the mind of Aaron Rodgers, I think that's
all right.
He's gone. And Mike Williams still rumored to be available via trade, which why wouldn't they trade him? But you think this keeps Williams on the Jets or not really?
I mean, it might. It honestly might, because we thought Adams was coming to take the Mike Williams role, but he's really taking the Allen Lazard role, is what he's taking. So I mean, I'm sure they're going to still try to trade Mike Williams, but now maybe they don't. Like, if they don't get any good offers, maybe they just sit tight and say, well, we'll just hold Mike Williams here. So we'll see there.
Not that it should, but does this actually help Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams, maybe?
No, I mean, we saw last week with no Allen Lazard, same old here, really. Like, I don't think so. I kind of just view these guys the way I did before. I think Garrett Wilson for me is a very strong weekly start. Davante Adams is a low ceiling, okay start.
Believe the comp you made was it slightly taller Wan'Dale Robinson?
I didn't even say that. I just said Wan'Dale Robinson wearing 17 for the Jets was the actual comp.
Oh, okay. Just wearing green. It's just in a different part of New York. Man, that's rough. Yeah, I'm not feeling the Jets receivers this week. Houston does have a pair of good corners. It just might be a low-scoring Thursday night game, right? They aren't all that way, but with these two teams, it might be.
Yeah,
we'll see how it goes. One thing I do know is actually, let me talk first. Let's talk CJ Stroud. A lot of people have asked about him. Not just do I start him this week? We're pretty much saying no, you don't start him this week because of the matchup, but is he droppable? Is the answer still yes?
Yeah, it depends who you're dropping him for. I mean, I'm not going to drop him for, Like if I'm dropping CJ Stroud to pick up a backup QB, like let's say maybe you drafted CJ Stroud and Jaden Daniels this year, which a lot of people probably did. So you're like, oh, I'm going to drop CJ Stroud and I'm going to pick up some other quarterback to back up Jaden Daniels. I'm just going to hold CJ Stroud. But if you're dropping CJ Stroud to say, go stream Kirk Cousins, go stream Matthew Stafford, maybe Bo Nix this week, maybe Joe Flacco this week. Yeah, I would do it. I
think so, because Diggs is not coming back. Nico will come back. But still, like you said, they had to pass the ball a lot last year because the defense was just okay. It's definitely better this year. And Joe Mixon, honestly, it still baffles me now every time I see Joe Mixon highlights. Like, I don't remember him ever running that. I don't even mean like last year or last couple of years or even when he was a rookie with the Bengals. I don't ever remember him running like this. Like, he's running faster and harder than he ever has.
Yeah,
I did not see that.
Like I keep saying this is like such a weird year. We've got these guys like Derrick Henry, the number one running back at 30 years old. Alvin Kamara. Okay, he hasn't been great the last few games as far as efficiency goes, but I was looking. Joe, I agree. Like Joe Mixon, I've never seen ever a rookie, second year, prime. Never. This is the best he's ever looked. Like, what is going on here? You got Aaron Jones looks great. He's almost 30. Like, it's the year 2024, the year of the running back. I don't know if people remember, but I said I think we did a bold predictions for the season video, and I said 2024 is going to be the year of the running back. 2024 will be the year of the running back. I'm definitely looking forward to next year when 12 running backs go in the first round. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Exactly, because whatever happened last year definitely is going to happen the following year. Which
is 100%.
This was supposed
to
be.
That's why there's no first round bust, because we just pretty much copy what happened the year before, and it works out every time.
Every time.
Oh
man, so it keeps it fun. Well, speaking of bold predictions, let's do this. We have, of course, plenty of questions to get to, but let's start, I think, with Python. Because this seems to work. All right, so before we get to the official Q&A, of course, hit the like button if you haven't already. I know you guys are already on here. You're always on here, but if you haven't, for some reason you forgot, hit the like button for this video, this stream, and subscribe. All right, so let's do it again before we get too deep here. 3 QBs, we know the deal here. For anybody who doesn't, Python forces our hand, forces us to pick the 3 quarterbacks, not who score the most fantasy points, but we're going to have the most passing yards this week. I don't know why. That's just the secret formula, and it works. Just don't question it. All right. And he's saying why, or how he attacks those teams' games and mismatch. Oh, yeah, you stack and whatever on things like underdog, but let's do it. Let's do the 3 quarterbacks. So this week, who you got?
I got Kirk Cousins. I think I'm going to go Kirk Cousins. Joe Flacco. Joe Burrow, I think. Man, it's a tough one this week. Flacco, Burrow. We're just talking passing yards. Flacco, Burrow, Cousins.
Yeah, I'm looking up and down the list. Even the quarterbacks you think might be the best for fantasy, it's not because they're passing for a ton of yards, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure the Bills are going to rout the Dolphins, which is why I'm not picking Josh Allen, because he's not going to have to throw for 300 yards, but he might anyways. All right. You know, I got to take Flacco, as in on him as I've been. I'm going to go Stafford. And I'm going to go sneaky pick here, Pat Mahomes. Sneaky good, because it's Tampa Bay. That's the only reason. So there you go. Good luck, Python. I guess you're going to maybe take the higher on those guys for your pick'ems, or they have now, what's it? What's it called? It's because they have the air raid and they have like, is it RB Rush and then the QB one? I can't remember the name of it. You know what I'm talking about when they have those little games on Underdog now? You pick and it's just quarterbacks or just running backs.
Yep.
All right. Well, whatever it is, you can take those guys. All right. Well, here's one thing I do know you definitely want to take. CJ Stroud. Yeah, maybe you don't want to start him tonight, but you should probably take this if you get it. Go higher on 0.5 total yards. And yes, that's an actual real pick. It's a free one. You get it if you sign up for an Underdog the very first time. Your new customer special, free pick tonight, CJ Stroud. Take the higher on 0.5 total yards. Add that along with any other pick. You can do any of those things I mentioned. You can swipe left or right on the RBs, wide receivers, QBs that you like or don't, or you can just mix and match anything. I mean, there's all sorts of things. One thing, and I have to give credit because I didn't come up with this. I saw this on, of course, on Twitter. Dan Paleo, a guy I used to kind of work with, Rotoballer, likes the higher on Joe Mixon receiving yards because obviously Diggs is out, Nico's out. They're going to have to, find more targets than just going to Tank Dell. So I thought that was a pretty good one. So I did that. I took the higher on Joe Mixon. But look, if you get this free pick, you combine this with any pick you like. It doesn't matter. You like NBA picks, you like NHL, you got those too. And you can also pick for Sunday as well. So just make sure you want to take advantage of this. When you first sign up for Underdog, go and use code ENDGAME because it gets you that pick plus up to $1,000 of bonus cash when you first sign up. And don't forget also, DraftLink. That's our app. The other app you need to download is completely free to download as well. And it's a way that you can get in touch with us, all your start sit questions, waiver wire trades, whatever. And this way you can get in touch with us when we're not live, which basically is just Friday night because we're on live every other day, but maybe you missed it, or maybe you have another question or a follow-up, or you just want more details because with the app, it lets us really get a little bit deeper. We can see your roster. If you're on Yahoo or Sleeper, we can see your league mates. If you ask a trade question, it's pretty cool. So if you haven't tried DraftLink out, I suggest you do so. So check it out. Well, let's start with Moises. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here basically every single stream.
Yeah.
And always being one of the first. All right, we need 2 receivers, running back, and a flex. Monty, B-Rob, Connor, Brian Thomas is questionable. T. Higgins. Didn't see good news about T. Higgins today. Did I see he was, not practicing still?
Yep, off to the side. Oh, man. Hopefully he gets full practice in tomorrow. Might we be without T again? All right.
Should have known. Sorry. Neighbors, Jacoby Myers, Waddle. Should have known.
I mean, it's not like you played T. Higgins already or something.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to go, I guess, running back's hard. Let me see. Close between Monty and Connor. Connor, Bears, Monty, Packers.
Yeah, I guess the Bears.
But Connor, I mean, you just know Connor's getting the touches.
Right.
I think I got to go Connor at your running back position. Yeah, 2 wide receivers is going to be tough because Brian Thomas has had 2 limited practices. We don't know. Higgins, we don't know. Neighbors, okay, sure, that's 1. I mean, I'll rank Neighbors, Higgins, Brian Thomas, Myers, Waddle, and then you can obviously from there, based on whether Higgins or Brian Thomas or neither one plays this week, figure out your 2 wide. Although maybe I might just flex. Actually, I might just play Connor and Monty, 1 running back, 1 flex. And then you only need 1 out of Neighbors, Higgins, Thomas. Well, you only need 2 out of. Well, you're going to play Neighbors, so you only need 1 out of Higgins, Thomas, Myers.
Right.
Hopefully that made sense.
Yeah, just flex a running back because you got good running backs. Yeah, I think that's fine. Because the Jaguars, I mean, if Brian Thomas plays, I think he's a very strong start because they're just going to have to throw the ball a lot,
Yeah, I almost
yes.
picked T-Law as one of the highest passing yards this week.
Well, I might pick T-Law as one of the highest pass attempts this week. I don't know if I would go for passing yards. Yeah, I would say Neighbors and then Thomas if he plays, and if not, I'm going to conveniently ignore T. Higgins and go to Jacoby, and then let's do 2 running backs there. Okay, Brian Furman wasn't first today; he was only second. Flex Lad or Shakir?
Got to go Lad. Got to go Lad. Lad and Downs are going to be either our biggest hits or biggest misses this week.
This is true. Shakir. I mean, I think Ladden should have at least the same floor as Shakir. I think that's pretty reasonable with a higher ceiling.
Yeah, not a good spot for these Bills pass catchers this week.
Black bag, Tillman or BTJ? I'm assuming he plays.
Well, BTJ, if he plays, I'm starting him.
Right.
Over Tillman. Tillman also in a very tough spot this week.
Yeah. I mean, basically just said I think BTJ is not must, but really strong start if he's good to go. What's up, Juice? 420. Pick one between Bigsby, Braylon, and Ray Davis.
I'll probably just go Bigsby here. I know Braylon Allen got 12 carries last week, but what are you really going to get without a touchdown? And it's a tough Houston run defense tonight. Even if Etienne is back, I still think Bigsby will be like the early down guy. It is a good matchup, though. Well, it's not. It's not a great. I shouldn't say it's not. The Eagles' run defense is pretty good. My only worry with Bigsby is like they just are getting trounced and right. He's game scripted out, but
yeah,
he should get more touches than Braylon Allen and definitely more than Ray Davis. So I'll go Bigsby.
Yeah, I know Etienne might come back, but I still see this as only one of these guys is the number one running back on his team. Because I say that even if Etienne plays, Bigsby's still probably getting more touches, and he's just been better. So I think it's got to be Bigsby. I like Ray Davis is kind of a nice sneaky play, and I don't mean like I want to start him necessarily in fantasy unless I'm desperate. Maybe on a pick 'em, because it's got to be low. He might get some of that garbage time. Mr. Dykers. Mahomes or Cousins?
I'm going Cousins here. I mean, I just picked Cousins as one of the highest passing yards. I do like Mahomes, but my worry with Mahomes for fantasy is they've been running the ball a lot near the goal line. So Cousins,
yeah,
against that Cowboys defense, he should have a big game this week.
Yeah, and I picked Mahomes for yardage, but I'm going to go Cousins. Just a lot more reliable these days for fantasy. You got Kelsey and D-Hop, so okay, maybe if you want to just say, hey, if Casey puts up points, I win, or can kind of hedge your bet. I think Cousins is a pretty strong start. And then it was offering Mostert for Tillman. Should I take Mostert?
Yeah, probably just keep Tillman.
Yeah, I would just keep Tillman too. All right, AG. Lineup this week, Lamar or Darnold. I mean, that should be a no-brainer. I will say, though, Lamar has missed, 2 practices, I think. Is there concern, or do you think he's just getting rested?
I mean, there's got to be a little bit of concern. 2 straight did not practices. But if he practices tomorrow, I'm not benching Lamar. If Lamar plays, I'm playing Lamar.
Right. If he plays in any way, you got to start him. Let's see. J.K. Dobbins, Bijan, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Ertz, flex. All right, flex Tank Dell or Jacoby Myers.
I might just go Jacoby Myers here. Just think the floor is higher, the risk is lower. Gonna go Jacoby here.
This is about the range for Tank Dell this week, right? These guys who will get targets. Both these guys will definitely get targets. Myers has a better matchup, not by a lot, but yeah, I think I could avoid the risk of Tank Dell. So Myers it is. 95, happy Halloween to you as well. Half PPR, 3 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex. Sun God, Dell, Pittman, Judy, Watson, JT, Cook, B-Rob, Jacobs, Tracy, Etienne. A lot of running backs here. And then a tight end, Ferg or Hawk. We're going to say no to Hawk.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ferg at tight end. I think you're going to probably flex a running back here. I'm going to go JT, James Cook. I think I still have to go Jacobs. I know he's got the tougher matchup, but man, he gets so many touches. He catches passes. So I'm going to go JT, James Cook, Jacobs. That's going to be your 2 running backs to flex. You're going to start Sun God. I think I'm just going to go Pittman. Again, I'm just going to not risk it with Dell tonight if I don't have to. And Pittman gets Flacco. No, I don't expect it to be like a huge Pittman game with Flacco, but it should be better than with Anthony Richardson. So I'm going to go Sun God and Pittman, a wide receiver, and those 3 running backs.
Yeah, good with all that. You do have a lot of good running backs, and it is half PPR, so that makes it a little easier too. Yeah, I know you said heard something about no snap count. They're saying Hawk will not be restricted or limited. I don't know. I'm not looking at this the same way as like Puka Nacua coming back from a few weeks. It's not the same.
Puka Nacua is coming back from a relatively minor injury. TJ Hawkinson is coming back from one of the most significant injuries you can have.
Right. So you got Ferg. You're good. He also has another one. Okay, 2 and a flex. H.N. Hunt, Connor Brees, London, Garrett Wilson, Cup, Puka, VTJ Cooper. And then streaming tight end question.
I probably just stream Schultz tonight. Jonnu Smith, nah. Will Dissly, nah. Just stream Schultz tonight and see what he can do. Plus, it gives you a reason to watch the game. Unless you don't want to watch the game, then don't stream Schultz. Which I wouldn't blame you if you don't want to watch the game tonight. I will not be watching the game. I will be watching Halloween and Halloween 2 as my yearly tradition.
Very nice.
And not the Rob Zombie terrible version.
No, the original.
Yes.
Got to clarify.
All right, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Achane. Oh wait, you got Brees too. Achane and Brees. London, Puka, full PPR. I think I just flex Cup. I just go London and the 2 Rams wide receivers.
Yeah, if it was a better matchup, I might go Garrett Wilson, but I would go Cup and Puka. I think you're good. Yeah, I agree with the Schultz tonight. Not crazy about Schultz, but more so than those guys.
Yeah.
Alexander's channel, sit 2. Reed, Tank, Waddle, Marvin.
I think Marvin is the only one I really want to start here. These other guys feel like very similar, very risky. Like you feel like they should be good, they should do well, but you also know that they haven't been and they're very risky.
Yeah.
Reed has the best matchup, but it could. What is Malik Willis though?
Yeah, with Reed, the issue is the quarterback. With Waddle, the issue is the matchup. And Tank, it's mostly the matchup. I think this might be where I'm like, okay, I'll just go with Tank.
Yeah. I was going to say Reed, and then I remembered Malik Willis. So,
right.
Yeah, let's just go Marvin and Tank. Good luck, Alexander. That's tough. I mean, those 3 could go either way, any way this week. So, good luck.
All right. How about this? Talk about tough. Matt Flannelly, tough week when you're flexing either Zach Moss or Dalton Kincaid.
Just give me Zach Moss. At least he could fall in the end zone or something. I don't know. Like Kincaid, I know Kincaid scored last week, but what did he have? Like 30 yards? Like Kincaid could legit. I mean, I don't know. It's probably just going to come down to who scores, if any of them. Otherwise, it might not even matter. I'll just go Zach Moss. He's a running back.
Yeah. Called Moss droppable, which he still is in the right situation, but I'd rather put him over Kincaid. So I agree with that. And Sal needs a streaming tight end. Too many good choices with guys like Dalton Schultz and Ty Conklin, or Gesicki, likely Hill, Jonnu Smith, half PPR. Schultz is viable. Conklin, maybe he sort of kind of maybe benefits from Lazard being gone like last week. I did mention Gesicki in the waiver wire video, but that depends on whether T. Higgins plays.
Yeah, so you know what I might do here, because honestly, if T. Higgins is out, Gesicki gets a big bump, and he's like head and shoulders over all these guys.
Right.
So I'd rather just wait for that, because if T. Higgins plays, then it's like fine, I go play Taysom Hill or Jonnu Smith, and I probably get whatever Schultz or Conklin gives me anyways. But Gesicki could give you significantly more, so let's just wait. If T. Higgins is out, you're going to play Gesicki. If T. Higgins fully practices tomorrow and is good to go, I guess Jonnu Smith, maybe Taysom Hill. Jonnu Smith.
Yeah. Close your eyes and throw a dart.
Yeah.
Waiting for Gesicki is probably the right move here. So I guess you, Sal, are hoping that Higgins doesn't play. And that's nothing wrong with that. Ivan Garcia, pick one. Cousins, Flacco, Stafford.
I'm going Cousins. I like Cousins a lot this week.
Those are all good options. Those are all really close. I think Cousins has the best matchup. Yeah. So, well, that's not true. Technically, Flacco has the best matchup, but I can't put him over Cousins as much as I want to. So Cousins, and then defense, Chiefs, Chargers, or Washington. Washington gets Daniel Jones. Chargers get James Winston. Chiefs get the Bucks.
Yeah, I had this decision between Chargers and Washington, and we decided just to hold the Chargers. They've just been such a good defense. I know Jameis Winston looked good last week. That was the Ravens. Chargers defense is much better than the Ravens defense. Jameis Winston will take sacks. He'll turn the ball over. He'll do some wild, wacky stuff. I know Daniel Jones. I guess Washington is probably your safer bet here, because I guess the only thing you really have to worry about with Washington is like Malik Neighbors ripping off a long touchdown or Tyrone Tracy ripping off a long touchdown, because you don't have to worry about Daniel Jones killing them. But yeah, it's close between those two. Washington might be a little safer.
Yeah, I want to say Washington. Somebody asked a defense question. It wasn't these three exactly, but I leaned Washington. I think it was Washington and Philly or something else. I'll stream against Daniel Jones. Why not? Nothing scary there. Especially if Tracy doesn't play. He's still, now it sounds promising. I saw he was like stage 4 or 5 in the concussion protocol, so he'll probably play. But
yeah, he'll probably play.
All right, we have a new member today, Big Man Fishing.
All right. Nice.
Haven't done much fishing lately, but hopefully soon. Start Jeter.
I didn't even know you fished.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I haven't done. When I say lately, I mean like the last 20 years. Mooney, Madison, or Sutton?
I think you got to go Sutton here. I do like Madison this week, but I don't know if he has the biggest ceiling. I do like Mooney this week, but man, Sutton against Baltimore, got to go Sutton.
It's definitely not Madison here with this group. Yeah, Mooney has been rock solid. He's always a good start, but you got to take advantage of the matchup with Sutton. So this week we'll go Sutton again. Sutton went off last week. He's been good 2 weeks in a row, putting up big numbers. All right, let's get to John M. Start one, receiver Garrett Wilson, Tank Dell, JSN, feeling Wilson.
Yeah. Wilson, to me, I think I have him at least a tier above these guys, if not 2.
It's definitely not JSN. I know that much. That's for sure. Let's help Andre. Oh, yes, definitely hit the like and sub. Thank you, Andreas Pomeron. Dell or Keon Coleman?
I was looking into Keon Coleman today to see if I could find something in the matchup that made me feel good, and I couldn't. Other than the fact that he's been good lately.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. It's like the results are there, but you know what's is it repeatable? Is what we look for, right? There's some signs showing that He's he's not really getting great separation. I don't think he is the type of player who makes more contested catches. It's not like he's a speed burner per se. I thought it was interesting because talking about Coleman after Amari Cooper got traded, immediately the reaction, and I had this reaction, was this is not necessarily good for Coleman because of target share, but then it was good for him because, well, Amari Cooper's there. But the very first game Cooper played, they weren't even supposedly on the field at all when Coleman made those catches and got the touchdown. They're saying that Keon Coleman's benefiting from the off the field presence of Amari Cooper. He's mentoring him and helping him, and, like the veteran presence kind of thing. Like he's like a locker room guy, apparently.
Who is saying this?
Trusted sources.
Oh, okay.
Bill's like beat writers. Like they're saying, Coleman is got more confidence and he's, learning little tricks and things from Amari Cooper. But anyways, that's a long way of saying I would go Tank Dell.
Yeah, I would probably go Tank Dell too. They're both in tough spots. Miami's secondary has been really good, and they might not even need to throw it a lot. I'll go Dell tonight.
Right. All right, so Big Man Fishing wants to know, by the way, thank you. Appreciate that. Needs 3 wide receivers. Hill, Metcalf, Downs, Olave, Coleman, Myers. 3 of these. Metcalf, what's the word of Metcalf, if any?
Well, I don't think we know yet because the Seahawks, they're over here on the West Coast with me. And they don't get done with practice until a bit later in the day. So I don't know if we've heard necessarily. Yeah, we'll probably know more. I know yesterday he didn't practice, but head coach saying optimistic he'll play this week. So we'll see. If he plays, I'm playing him. I would rank these guys: Hill, Metcalf, Olave, Downs.
Yeah, Hill. I think we have to put in the basically must start. He didn't go off last week. Still, Hill, Metcalf, Olave, and you're good. And then defense, Vikes or KC. I don't know.
I'm going Vikings.
Baker Mayfield has been really good all year. Can't say he hasn't, especially for fantasy. He's been great. He is starting to throw a lot of interceptions lately, though. I feel like he's thrown multiple interceptions the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know. Might be tempted by the Chiefs here. Oh yeah, look at that. The last 3 games, 3, 2, and 2. That would be 7 interceptions. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go the Chiefs here. I mean, this depends though. If your league, actually no, it doesn't depend here. Never mind. I'm just gonna go the Chiefs. So I feel like he's gonna put up points. All right, Alexis Aguilar, welcome back. Start 3. Garrett Waddle, Devontae Lamb.
Not Waddle. Lamb, Devonta, and Garrett.
Yeah, I could say Waddle too. What about Bengals or Jets?
Let's stream against Gardner Minshew. Give me the Bengals.
Yes, definitely.
And the good news is, if for some reason it's not Gardner Minshew, you get to stream against Desmond Ridder, which is even better.
This is true.
Like if they bench Gardner Minshew at halftime or something, you get Desmond Ridder. It's like even better.
Yeah, you gotta go the matchup here. One thing that CJ Stroud doesn't do very often is throw interceptions or take sacks. If T doesn't play, who to play? Ray, Slayton, Parker, like Parker Washington.
Wow,
very competitive league, I guess so.
I mean, I like Parker Washington, but I don't think I want to start Parker Washington. I'd probably just go Darius Slayton here. He's one of these guys. It's like, I feel like for the last 3 years now, he's one of these guys that no one ever drafts, no one ever wants, but he has 4 or 5 big games a year, which is more than most late round picks have. But then every year nobody wants him, and nobody maybe this isn't the week he has a big game, but he's got that potential. So I'll just gamble on Slayton here. Let's hope T plays.
Yeah, more upside, and that's what I mentioned with Parker Washington. He's more of a floor play, even though Christian Kirk's out. I mean, BTJ is out. That definitely helps him, but still, he's not going to have a 100-yard game, most likely. Maybe a touchdown. It's more of a floor. Slayton has a higher ceiling. It's interesting. Slayton's one of those guys who also I feel like is always like in trade rumors, actually get traded.
Yeah.
Maybe what they're going to showcase him? Probably not. But I go Slayton anyways.
Darius Slayton is what everybody wants Jalen Hyatt to be. He's already it.
Jalen Hyatt is probably not going to be on the roster next year.
Jalen Hyatt.
All right, Nathan Young needs Tutu in a flex. He took a hit at receiver. Ayuk, Diggs, and T. Yeah, that hurts. All right, so got Gibbs, JT, Walker, Pollard. Well, that's helpful. Wilson, Reed, Tillman. And then asking about trades.
I mean, okay. Obviously, Ayuk and Diggs aren't coming back, so you're going to be rolling with Wilson, Reed, Tillman, and T. Gibbs, JT, Walker, Pollard. Yeah, I might be looking to trade one of these running backs. Like if I could trade Gibbs I don't want to trade Gibbs or JT, but if I can trade one of those guys and I can get a Drake London, maybe I can still go get a Nico Collins. Maybe I could get a Tyreek Hill right now. Maybe you could get a Malik Neighbors if you're willing to risk it. Like if I can trade one of those two running backs and get that type of wide receiver, I would do it.
Yeah, you're only starting 2 running backs, and even if you flex one, like this week, you can go Gibbs, JT, Walker. And Pollard is valuable to somebody out there. You don't want him sitting on your bench when you can get a receiver. So, yeah, I think you should. In this case, you should. And then this week, so 2 running back, 2 receivers, and a flex, 2 receivers, Wilson and Reed or Wilson and Tillman?
Well, I'll rank them Wilson, T, Reed, and we'll see if T plays or not. At running back, I'll go... Got to go Gibbs, JT, and then I'll flex Kenneth Walker. Even though I do like Pollard, I don't think you can sit Kenneth Walker.
Right. Okay, there you go, Nathan. Good luck. Jay says McConkey's on waivers. Yes, he's worth picking up, but let's see. Well, you would have to drop either D-Hop, Tank Dell, or George Pickens.
I would drop any of these guys not named Pickens to get them. Like if I have to drop D-Hop or Dell, I don't know if your league allows drops after the player has played. Some leagues do. Like if they're on your bench, assuming you don't start Tank Dell tonight, which maybe you are, but I wouldn't start Tank Dell tonight if you can just get Lad, because I'd start Lad. But if you can, if your league allows dropping players after they've played, I would wait to see what Dell does tonight. And if he doesn't do anything, I would just drop him and pick up Lad, because then nobody's probably going to pick up Dell.
Yeah, I think Dell will be the one. Yeah, hopefully you don't have to start him because Pickens not playing this week. D-Hop very risky. So if these are all bench receivers, yeah, might as well pick up Lad. But hey, maybe if nobody wants him, if he's just sitting out there, obviously it's already Thursday and he's still there, maybe try to trade away a D-Hop or a Dell. Get something in return. Or do a 2 for 1. All right, Jackson Boz. Chubb or D-Hop or Tillman or Madison?
I really want to say Madison here, but maybe you should just go D-Hop in PPR. I don't know if you saw my tweet. I was looking at today because I'm doing research for the 10 stats video. Since week 5, Alexander Mattison.
Yeah.
The most expected fantasy points of any running back. Like, the usage is insane. The results aren't insane because Alexander Mattison isn't very good and he's on the Raiders. But man, this Bengals run defense, it's not like a sieve. It's not terrible, but it's certainly not elite. Madison's like your floor play. I don't even know if D-Hop has, what is D-Hop's ceiling? Because we don't really know, like, how much is D-Hop going to play this week? How much is he going to actually play?
I want to say D-Hop because of the matchup, but what if he's not getting targeted that much? That's the thing. It's risky. There's some upside here, but it's risky. And then Tillman's not a sure thing either. So Madison is kind of like the floor, and D-Hop is like the risky potential ceiling play, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Is it fair to leave it at that?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he needs a decision. I don't know what I would do here.
Let's go Madison.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it was my team, I'd probably go D-Hop and then kick myself for not playing Madison.
There you go. I was gonna say if it was me, I'd probably start D-Hop and then kick myself because I started D-Hop.
Well, that too.
All right, let's go D-Hop then. All right, why not? No risky, no biscuit. Kitchen deal. Should I trade away Romeo Doubs for Zach Moss?
Nah, you asked Kitchen. I think you asked this on Draft Lane. I just answered this. No, hold Dobbs. Zach Moss losing touches. Chase Brown taking over. Look, you may not want to start Dobbs this week with Malik Willis, but when Jordan Love is back and healthy, you'll be happy you have Dobbs.
Yeah, and I had I think because it was a Draft Lane question with Romeo Doubs earlier. Basically, it was like, do I trade Romeo Doubs for? It's like Rico Dowdle, and it's like, no. You need to get a different running back. Like, I would be okay. This is kind of the lower end, but maybe like Chase Brown. Like, maybe you could do that if you really need a running back, but not Zach Moss. But aim a little higher. Tyler Sperry, start Dell versus the Sauce, or T. Reed.
I'm gonna assume that's Reed or Coleman.
Yeah, I would think it maybe supposed to be Jaden Reed.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I don't think Dell is going to get shadowed by Sauce Gardner tonight. He'll see some Sauce Gardner for sure, but I don't think he'll get shadowed. I think I got to go Dell here. Again, it's not a good spot for Coleman. Jaden Reed might be looking at, yeah, he's saying Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed might be looking at Malik Willis. I'm just going to roll with Dell tonight. Like, these guys all have very extreme range of outcomes. Like, they could have big games, they could have terrible games, they could have in between games. Like, it's very hard to, these are guys that are hard to get a good read on this week. But Dell, like, they got to throw to somebody tonight. Got to think it's going to be a lot of Dell. Just give me Dell.
Yeah, exactly. With this group, I'll go Dell. Yeah, because he's not going to get not too much sauce on him. Edgar Padilla, trade Najee and Kyler for Aaron Jones and Pittman.
You got Josh Allen? Give me Aaron Jones and Pittman.
Oh, wait. Aaron Jones. This is a standard league, too.
Yeah, give me Aaron. You got Josh Allen. You don't need Kyler. Give me Aaron Jones and Pittman for sure. For sure.
Yeah, you train a quarterback to get a receiver. That's a good receiver. Take the Aaron Jones side for sure. All right, that was easy. George C. Half PPR trade the Sun God and Ferguson for AJ Brown.
I mean, I know AJ Brown. Maybe AJ Brown is. I'd maybe put AJ Brown slightly ahead of Sun God in half PPR, but I mean, I don't even know. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't. Why do you have to throw in Ferguson? Like, AJ Brown is worth so much more than Sun God that you got to throw in Ferguson? Nah.
Right. Yeah, I think I still would just prefer Sun God straight up anyways. So I don't think this necessarily helps your team.
No.
All right, the corn guys here. wants to know Pitts or Travis Kelce.
Still gotta go Kelce. I know Pitts has been good, but other than that one game, what game was it? Kelce was bad, but it was like a tough matchup. Team that always shuts down tight ends. But anyways, doesn't matter. Kelce gets the Bucks this week. I gotta go Kelce.
Yeah, the matchup begs you to start Kelce. Pitts has been good. No reason not to start Pitts, but just got Kelce a little bit higher. That's what it comes down to. WLGJLRM91.
Okay. All right.
Like a cyborg name. Third receiver / tight end spot. Here we go. Leggett, Bateman, or Kmet.
I'll just go Leggett. I know it's only Thursday, but I think I saw Marshawn Lattimore. I think I saw Alontae Taylor was the only healthy Saints defensive back practicing today. Now they could still play.
I got an interesting question, and you saw, it hasn't come out yet, but it's going to come out, I think, tomorrow. I don't remember what day we publish things still. Cedric Tillman getting a lot of hype, right? But you know who's getting now? It seems like today who's getting the hype this week. It's Jalen Coker. Would you consider Jalen Coker instead of Leggett?
I don't know if I'm ready to put Jalen Coker in my fantasy lineup yet.
Because I think people look in the box score. He did get more yards than Leggett. I think he got one fewer target. It was like 7-6. He got a touchdown, but of course that touchdown was with like 2 seconds left in the game. It was like the most garbage of garbage touchdowns. But still, I was like, it doesn't matter when he scored it. No, it's still a touchdown. So I would say this: if you got these players, I might consider picking up Coker over Bateman, who now might be worthless. But probably start Leggett.
I think I'm going Leggett out of these. He's got Leggett. He's got the good matchup this week. Yeah, Kmet.
Can really trust DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. I'm gonna go with Kmet.
Right.
All right, Abel. Welcome back, Abel. Mayfield or Mahomes?
I have this exact same decision. I haven't decided just yet, but I think I'm going Mahomes.
Yeah, I think you got to go Mahomes. Very different defenses here. Needs 2 receivers, 2 running backs, and 1 flex. Okay, got St. Brown, Adams, Flowers, Hopkins, Connor, Walker, Hunt, or Tracy. And then Kincaid or Ferg at tight end. Yeah, you are always tuning in. Appreciate you always being here.
Yes, thank you. Going Ferg at tight end. St. Brown and oh boy. Oh man. Running back is gonna be Connor, Walker, Tracy at the flex. I guess Flowers as my wide receiver too, but man, it's such a brutal spot for him. But what is Adams' upside? Of course, now I say this, Adams will get like 2. He'll get like 3 catches, but 2 of them will be touchdowns. Hopkins, we just don't know yet. Man, St. Brown and Flowers, I guess. But I'm going Connor, Walker, Tracy Jr. at running back and flex.
Yeah, definitely. The running backs are easier. I know Adams is startable. Flowers just such a tough spot, but in this case, I'll take a chance on Hopkins. So Adams, Flowers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Flowers is not like. Well, he might be. Like, he's not a sure 0. He might get 0.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I think my gut's saying Adams. John Smith. Totally your real name? I'll take your word for it. It must be. All right, so John wants to know Cousins or Stafford.
It's close here, but I like Cousins a little bit more against that Cowboys secondary. Give me Cousins.
Yeah, I keep saying the same thing. Both very solid. Both might wind up with very similar stats just because Stafford is on the road in Seattle. and Cousins is at home. Give the edge to Cousins.
Yep.
Ernesto is back also. Sutton, Downs, or Tillman?
We're only picking one.
Yep.
Sutton down so close for me this week.
Yeah, I think this week, probably in general, but this week it can put Tillman third here pretty easily with the matchup. Love Downs, but man, Sutton against Baltimore, both great matchups. I know we've been saying Downs, and we're now scared because we're going to be like 1,000% in on Downs. I was like, if he doesn't absolutely smash, it'll look bad. But I generally I'm going to trust the guy who has the better quarterback, and yes, I'm talking about Joe Flacco. As a passer, I would still take Joe Flacco over Bo Nix. Bo Nix still got some work to do. He's looking good, but I think that game could get away from them, and I don't think it will in Indy. So I'm going to lean Downs, but it's close.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not worried about like, oh, we said yes to Downs so much. It's just really, man, it's hard to ignore Sutton against the Ravens. But I guess I'll just make it easy for you and say Downs because it's really close between these two. So go Downs.
All right, but it's very close. Magnificent 50. All right, Dell, Tracy, or Chase Brown.
I'm just gonna wait for Tracy. It sounds like he's gonna be good to go. I'm just gonna wait for Tracy. If he doesn't play, I'm fine pivoting to Chase Brown. Raiders run defense doesn't scare me.
Yeah, if it's between Dell and Chase Brown, I would go Dell, but I don't think it's, I don't think I would have put Dell in my lineup and miss out on Tracy, I guess is what I'm saying. So let's go Tracy. And it did sound encouraging. What I saw today, it sounded like he's on the way to possibly playing. Leo Hilo, let's see. We said start Tracy or Dell on the flex. Is Tracy going to be, well, this is basically what we just said. You can wait for Tracy.
Yeah, wait for Tracy. I mean, worst case, if he doesn't go, you can flex like Worthy or something. And although you have Sutton, Hill, yeah, you can flex Worthy if Tracy doesn't go.
Right. So it's okay to sit Dell. Yeah. I think he'll be okay. Pedro Navarez, welcome Pedro. Got Hurts, Bijan, Jones, AJ Downs, Kelsey Stevenson, Ridley Flowers. Commanders or Eagles at the defense?
Here I definitely go Commanders over Eagles. Hurts at QB, obviously. Bijan, Aaron Jones, AJ Downs. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing here.
It looks like it said. It looked like defense was the only question, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, just go Washington then.
Unless, it looks like there's 3 flexes in there. Stevenson, Ridley, Flowers. I don't know. You put them in that order, or no? You probably put Ridley after Flowers.
Yeah, Ridley, Flowers. I guess I'd probably go Flowers over Ridley still, but man, not a good week for Flowers.
RFR. 2 flexes. Tillman, Madison, Moss, Deontay, Elijah Moore. Feeling Coker.
Madison, Elijah Moore. Interesting. But I mean, again, I was diving into Elijah Moore today for the stats, and I did put him on there because I did just want to, because I try to talk about on the 10 stats video, I try to talk about guys that either I think might let you down this week or kind of not obvious names. Like I don't talk about like AJ Brown gets the team playing the most man coverage. AJ Brown's going to go off this week. Like I don't talk about that. But I also said on there, I don't know if I would be willing to start him this week, but I think he's worth adding because he did lead the team in targets and yards. I was like, maybe the Dolphins are bad against slot receivers, but nope, they're not. They're good against all receivers, honestly. So, but I think I go Madison, Tillman here. I think Tillman just gives you the most upside.
Yeah, on paper, based again just on the last 2 weeks, right? Since Watson was out, Elijah Moore has been coming on. I just feel like, as soon as we invest here, the rug is going to get pulled out from under us. I'd be very hesitant to start him. So let's just go Tillman Madison as well. Yeah. Stephen Cotto, Stafford or Darnold?
I think I go Stafford here. I want to say Darnold at home against the Colts, but man, Darnold is just, once they get off script, he just looks lost. So let's give me Stafford with his boys back. He's got his breakfast boys back. Let's go Stafford.
Going Stafford. Got him as a top 3 quarterback, yardage wise this week. Chris KD. Tank Dell or wait for BTJ or Metcalf. Yeah, I think you should wait for those guys.
I know, but what if they're both out?
Other option is Mooney. Oh,
okay,
that's fine.
Well, in that case, since you have Mooney, I'll wait.
Yeah,
since you have Mooney.
Yeah, I get it. Maybe if like your last option was like Parker Washington, okay, maybe Tank Dell, but no, I have a feeling Metcalf plays. Yeah, Mooney might even be a better option. No, don't start Tank Dell tonight. All right, Mary Jo, welcome. 8 team. Here's the lineup. We need 1 quarterback, 2 receiver, 2 running back, a tight end, and a flex.
All right, Hurts at QB. That's easy. Bijan, Connor. What else you got? B-Rob. You're all over the place here. Okay. Yeah, Connor Bijan at running back. AJ Brown, Terry. Yep, those are your wide receivers. Tight end McBride. Okay, flex. It's PPR. B-Rob maybe. Harrison, Tracy. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I go B-Rob at flex.
Yeah, this looks like the way it should be.
Yeah,
you're good. Next one goes to Marcel Harms. Okay, there was a chat back here, so this explains this. Marcel, from if I remember, from Germany, I think. 16 teamer, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 2 flex. Remember this league. Starting Etienne, yeah, I did love that. JJ and Olave and Harrison, bench Waddle and some guys.
Fillers.
Would you trade JJ and Olave for Hall and Etienne?
That is a big trade.
Yeah. Then that means your top 2 receivers are Marvin Harrison and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, but I don't know if this even really matters because so right now you're starting Etienne and then you're doing JJ, Olave, Harrison, and I guess Waddle is your second flex. Oh no, you only need 1 wide receiver. Okay, so you're doing Etienne, JJ, Olave, Harrison. If you make this trade, you're doing Etienne, Harrison, Hall, and Achane. See, it's the same exact lineup. It's like, do you prefer the 2 receivers or do you prefer the 2 running backs? It's like the same lineup.
Right. I know what you're saying. It doesn't help you positionally. It doesn't help your roster construction. It's just like, which players do you like better? So
it's just, do you prefer Hall and Achane rest of the season or do you prefer JJ and Olave rest of the season? It is PPR. But Achane is like a wide receiver. It's like barely even a running back.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give JJ. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do this. Is there a way to get one of those running backs for just 1 player who isn't JJ? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think anybody's giving you Hall or Achane for Olave yet.
Do you think you could get Achane for like Harrison and Etienne, Waddle and Etienne, Olave and Etienne?
No, you're not getting. No,
Would you do?
I hope not.
Probably not. Would you do two? Like if it was like Waddle and Harrison for Achane, would that work?
Yeah, but that's not going to work.
Like you don't think it'd be worth it, or you don't think that they'll go for it?
I mean, look, you never know, but I would not expect them to go for Waddle and Harrison for Achane, but you never know. I mean, he said he's trying to give away JJ and Harrison, but it's hard.
I wouldn't give away JJ like at all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? This 2 for 2, do this or no?
I don't know. It's PPR. I probably want the wide receivers.
Yeah. See, maybe you can do some other sort of combination. All right. And then Humberto Juarez got a trade offer for Ridley. He picked up off the waiver wire. Very nice. Got Lamb, Hill, and Adams. They're offering Mahomes. I know
you just got Ridley off the waiver wire, but I mean, Mahomes. Like I shouldn't say prime Mahomes. He's still in his prime, but if this was like the Mahomes from a few years ago, who was, a top 5 fantasy QB, I'd be like, yeah, get Mahomes. But he's hasn't even been better than Goff this year. So yeah, I'll just hold Ridley.
Yeah, trading Ridley's fine, but that's exactly right. Mahomes isn't an upgrade over Goff at this point. Jedi Koth drops Stroud to pick up Purdy.
Why? I mean, I don't know. Who do the 49ers play in week 10?
Yeah, I mean,
like, am I going to want to play? Remember, Stroud does get Nico back, well, hopefully in week 10. I mean, okay, the 49ers do play the Buccaneers. I might want to start Purdy over Stroud in week 10. So if you're not going to start Purdy tonight, if you're not going to start Stroud tonight, sure, go for it. Because I might start Purdy over Stroud in week 10 against the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think it's okay. It's fine. He also wants to know Dell or Lad.
I'm going Lad here. Let's go Lad.
Yeah, definitely going Lad this week. Which is funny because right before that, Pablo Warhol, which cannot forget the name or the avatar, Pablo Warhol says Dell's going to get 0 catches and for some reason run the ball twice for 8 yards.
All right.
It's a very specific prediction.
I know. Do you have the sports almanac or something?
Yeah. If so, let us have it. J619, yeah. Different J. Flex, Waddle, Deontay, Dowdle, McMillan, or Tillman.
Give me Waddle here. These guys can't do Deontay, can't do Dowdle, can't do McMillan yet against the Chiefs. Tillman in a terrible spot. I'll just gamble on Waddle hitting a big play with Tua.
Yeah, Dowdle. Nah, McMillan. Deontay, not this week. So it's only Waddle or Tillman. So yeah, why not go for Waddle? Sir Boomer's got a question. No, you don't need to stand pat. That's not what's going to win you your league. So somebody dropped Jacoby Myers. Would you drop Tillman to get him?
Yeah, I would.
I would too. Just going to get more targets in general. There is, just like with almost every receiver in the league, rumors that maybe a team wants to go get Jacoby Myers. Look, it's possible he goes to a better situation, but even if he doesn't, he'll get a bigger target share with the Raiders. Arvin Angelis, happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween.
All right, flex Pollard and McConkey.
If it's any kind of PPR, I'm going McConkey. If it's complete non-PPR, I'll go Pollard.
Right. Does not say, so we'll just say McConkey. Picking up Adam Thielen worth it or go Leggett?
I mean, I'm going to go Leggett if I have to choose, but I don't know if either one's really worth it.
Yeah, I'm not picking up Thielen. I would go Leggett, or like I said, you could buy the hype, go Jalen Coker. I'm semi buying into it. Marcos Alvarado. All right, planning on flexing Braylon Allen tonight or wait to flex Eckler?
I would just wait to flex Eckler.
Yeah, especially if you got T there as your possible flex. I mean, maybe he does play, but yeah, I think I'd rather have Eckler anyways. Janikoff with a third one. Ocker Kincaid.
I'm still going Kincaid this week. I don't love it, but gonna go Kincaid.
Agree. I'm gonna go Kincaid as well. Matt Morris. All right. Love McConkey this week, but too far. McConkey over Hill or Olave?
Yeah, it's too far. It's too far. Too much.
Next is Powerhouse. Dell or Sutton?
Sutton. Definitely Sutton. Gets that Ravens secondary. Yeah, give me Sutton. Definitely give me Sutton.
Agree. Sutton it is. Leo Hilo. I saw this roster. This is a trade offer. It looks like JT Caleb Hill for JJ Kelsey Swift because his tight end blows.
JT Caleb Tyreek Hill for Yeah, just give me the JJ side. I mean, I still prefer JJ to JT. Wow, I mean, man, but you're giving up JT and Tyreek Hill. Oh, so this is basically JT Tyreek Hill. Because Caleb, whatever. For JJ Kelsey Swift.
This is a tough one. It's interesting. I mean, I'm not going to do a big deal like this just to upgrade a tight end, but getting JJ, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Your wide receivers are Sutton, Hill, Dell, Worthy, Mike Williams. So now your wide receivers will be. So basically, your wide receiver room. You're going from Hill to JJ. I mean, you're getting a downgrade at running back, right? Because now instead of Kyron and JT, it's like Kyron and Swift or Kyron and Tracy. I don't think this helps his team because, I mean, unless you think Tyreek Hill it's just not happening for him this year. Because
the reason he's doing this, his thought process is that his tight end blows and he wants Travis Kelce. That's going to upgrade that position. That's the reasoning behind this.
I get the reasoning, but I'm saying I don't think this upgrades your team because to me, Hill to JJ. Okay, yes, I prefer Jefferson, but it's not like Hill is chopped liver here. He's still a like no doubt must start wide receiver. But now you're downgrading your running back room just to get Kelce. I don't think so.
This is close. I will say this is close. I think this comes down to, believe it or not, the X factor here is Swift. How much difference will there be rest of season from Swift to JT? Swift has been really good ever since week 3 happened. Is he going to be JT level? No, probably. I can't say that. But is it a significant downgrade or is it close? If it's close, then you would win this deal. But are you taking that chance? That's what it comes down to. I wouldn't do it. Like if it instead of Kelce, and I know Kelce has been getting a ton of targets and he's been good lately again, but I think if this was like Bowers or McBride, maybe I would say, okay, fine, I'll do it. But I agree. I don't know. This is just tough to do.
Yep.
Jason Mraz. Drake May or Flacco rest of season.
I don't want to make again. I don't want to have to only choose one. I don't know. Maybe you only have room to add one of these. Maybe these QBs, but I mean, Drake May should not be on a waiver wire in 2 QB Superflex.
Right.
I mean, I guess I would go Flacco. They're committing to Flacco at least for the short term, but I don't really want to have to commit to one of these guys.
Well, this is the problem. You ask for the rest of the season. Joe Flacco, they said, like, for now, he's a starter, and it's not just a 1 week thing. Like, it's, for the season. There is no guarantee that he's the quarterback the rest of the season, because as soon as they lose 2 in a row, they're probably going to put Anthony Richardson back in there.
Exactly.
So it's hard for me to say Flacco rest of season when, if you're talking fantasy playoffs and he might not be the starter, Drake May probably will be. Now that Drake May is starting, and he's only not starting because of the concussion, right? Rest of the season, he'll be the starter, right? The seal is broken. There's no reason not to play him now, right? You've got to play Drake May. He's been pretty good. So I think I would have to say May, just because I feel better that he's actually going to be the starter the rest of the season. Man, we got some Tank Dell haters in here. Someone saying he'll get 2 points. Like, what? You get more than 2 points. Dion needs 2 receivers, a running back, and a flex in non-PPR. London, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Tillman, Deontay, Brees, JK, and Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. All right, 2 wide receivers are going to be London and Olave. 1 running back is going to be Brees. Flex is going to be Garrett Wilson, although don't flex Garrett Wilson. He plays tonight. Put one of those other wide receivers in the flex. Good luck and happy Halloween.
There you go. And then 808 Mike, Stroud or Herbert?
Just give me Herbert. Give me Herbert this week. It's not a bad spot for Herbert, and they've been throwing the ball more. Give me Herbert.
Yep. Not wanting to start Stroud in this matchup. Fewer weapons. Herbert's coming on a little bit. Nick Walker, pick up Najee because he's just on waiver wire for some reason to replace Dobbins or Pollard.
Well, yeah, I mean, you obviously a very shallow league if you're going to be dropping Dobbins or Pollard to pick up Najee. I probably prefer Najee over Dobbins at this point, honestly. Najee looks great. Dobbins does not look so great. I know he's done decently in fantasy, but man, this guy, it doesn't look good. Let's just go Najee.
Yeah, they're going in opposite directions here. Najee's trending up, Dobbins trending down. So yeah, you can do that. Robert Perky, 10-team full PPR, got Kyron Henry, Aaron Jones, and Swift. Bench one.
I think you got to bench Swift, even though I like Swift.
Yeah,
I can't. I mean, you can't bench Kyron or Henry, and
no.
Aaron Jones in a great spot this week. And if you watch the Booms video, Ty Chandler going as the Invisible Man this year for Halloween because he literally did not even touch the ball 1 time last week.
That's right. Gotta do it. Like Swift this week, but he's got to sit here. Okay, then needs one. Garrett, Tank, Amari, or T.
Got to just go Garrett Wilson tonight. I don't want to start Amari Cooper. Let's not risk it with T. Higgins possibly not playing, and then you do have to start Amari Cooper. Let's just go Garrett Wilson tonight.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson. Totally fine here. John M., are we feeling McBride or Ferg this week?
McBride. I think you got to go McBride.
Yes. McBride is still one of those must starts now. We actually have some must starts at tight end, which is nice. Michael Cazares. Welcome back, Michael. Tracy or Monty? Would you consider putting Tracy in there if he's good?
I don't think I can put Tracy over Monty yet. I'm going Monty here.
Yeah, Monty gets what? The Packers. It's not going to make me want to sit him. Actually, might not be a great spot for Tracy. If he plays, he plays, right? It's a concussion. He won't be limited if he's cleared. Commanders have been tough. So, yeah, I think Monty. You got to go Monty. It's a sure thing. Jason Burris, Kyler or Dak?
Kyler. Dak. Oh, man. Dak. Ugh. Kyler.
Really thought, right? We both thought after the bye and last couple of weeks he was going to come out and they were going to at least be able to throw it. I don't care if they win, right? I didn't expect them to win
Right.
or whatever, but put up yardage and score points. Yeah. Abel. Packers D or Bengals, Washington, New Orleans. Look, I know they get the Panthers. I can't start New Orleans defense. They're probably the worst defense in the league, other than the Panthers.
Yeah, just go Washington against Daniel Jones.
Yep, Washington it is. Others are good, but wait, Packers D. No, you don't. Packers D are one of the worst defenses. You definitely don't want the Packers defense. No, definitely not. David Ellswick, Manders or Eagles? From the Manders.
I'm going Washington.
Swift or Cup? Have Walker and Mixon starting. A little worried about Mixon. Don't think you need to.
Yeah, what are you worried about Mixon for? I mean, I'd be worried playing against Barkley and Henry, but I wouldn't be worried about Mixon. I'm going Cup. I'm assuming it's PPR. I'm going Cup.
Yeah, go Cup. No reason to worry about Mixon. Adam, Bowers or Ott?
I still got to go Bowers.
Yeah. Target shares. I mean, Otten's getting a target share. I get that, but much tougher matchup this week for Otten. Go Bowers, Walker, or Downs.
I think you got to go Walker still.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do. Burrow or Nix?
Got to go Burrow this week. He's in a really good spot.
Yeah, and Nix has a great matchup, obviously, but I'm not starting a solid, surefire quarterback who is not in a bad matchup. You know, I'm not going to start Nix over him. Ryan Darr.
So DK Metcalf did not practice again today, so definitely something we're going to have to monitor tomorrow.
Yeah, I swear the coach or somebody had said like he's probably not going to practice Wednesday, Thursday, and he will on Friday. I mean, obviously, if he doesn't practice tomorrow, then forget it. But I think they still made it sound optimistic. So it's like kind of like a planned day of rest. Who knows?
I don't know if it's a planned day of rest, but I have it. Like speaking of the wide receiver pain, I have a team with Evans, DK, and Higgins. Had none of them last week. Had to start Pittman in his 2 fantasy points. Might not have any of them again this week.
And then you got guys like this who are in bad matchups, like Flowers, Dell, Downs, Coleman, 2.
Downs, and I'm just gonna gamble on Dell tonight. Flowers against the Broncos, no thank you. Coleman, that again, the Dolphins. Legit secondary. Dell and Downs.
Yeah, Downs is definitely my one here. And this week we'll go Dell. RFR again, B. Rob or Chuba.
Got to be B. Rob. I mean, Chuba does have a great matchup this week, of course, against the Saints, but man, he's also stuck on the Saints. Give me Brian Robinson.
Yeah, definitely going Brian Robinson here. And then Geno or Tua. I got to go Geno.
Yeah, got to go Geno.
Leo, another one. Would you trade Dell for Ladd?
Yeah, give me Ladd at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Will Dell break out? I don't know. I mean, look, maybe when Nico comes back, maybe that'll help Dell because, right, Nico, that true X wide receiver, and he's going to take more attention. But, I mean, I'd rather just have Ladd.
Yeah, rather have Ladd as well. And then let's see, fake jabs. All right, which side wins? If I trade Olave and Chuba for Hall and Braylon Allen, his backup.
I got to give the edge to the Breece Hall side. You're getting one of the top running backs. I like Olave, and I think Olave will be really good rest of the season, but I can't put him on the same level as Breece Hall. And Chuba, he's more than a throw-in, of course, but also you got to be worried here. So I think the Breece Hall side wins.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. He's got a different one. I think you probably like this better. Chuba and Jalen McMillan for Mike Evans.
I mean, yeah, if you can do that, get Evans, 100%.
Yeah, let's do that one. I think that's the much better deal for you. Kevbo, happy Halloween. Need to flex. Dell, Tillman, Chase Brown, Bigsby, not Braylon Allen. All right, so who do you like better? Is it Tillman or the somewhat relative safety of a running back?
I might just go Dell. Not feeling a big Tillman week. Chase Brown is fine. Bigsby, Braylon Allen. I just go Dell.
Yeah, we've had the Dell Tillman dilemma a few times. Could go either way, but based on matchup, it's not great for Dell, but he's still the number one guy there. Let's go Dell. And then Dustin Forsberg wants to know, is Keaton Mitchell a worthy stash? I didn't mention him on the stash video. I know it hasn't come out yet. Be the breakout.
No.
No.
And some breaking news here. Are we ready for this?
Oh, great.
Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua was unable to do his scheduled post-practice media availability today because he left today's practice with a knee injury.
Because of course he did. The same knee? Or they didn't say, probably.
Didn't say, but I'm going to assume the same knee. What is going on this year? I can honestly say now I've never experienced a year like this ever. This is insane.
And it's only wide receivers.
Only wide receivers. Running backs fine. 30-year-old Derrick Henry, invincible. 29-year-old Joe, I don't even know how old Joe Mixon. Maybe he's only 27. Running like he's 21 again, right? Alvin Kamara running like he's 21 again. Aaron Jones running like he's 20. Like, no issues. Like, give Aaron Jones every single touch, and he will come out of that game I got a little scratch right here. I got a little scratch. Puka Nacua, knee injury in practice. Nico Collins, hamstring in practice. I guess it was a game. AJ Brown, hamstring in practice. Like, what is going on this year? Anyways, brutal.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I mean, obviously, we don't know the extent. Man, just when everyone was celebrating their league winner return of Puka. Ryan scores. Have Saquon Walker, Dobbins, Bigsby, AJ Brown, Terry, Metcalf, Waddle, D-Hop, Laporta, Hawk. Needs 2-2, tight end, and 2 flex.
All right, so again, because it's 2024 and every wide receiver is injured, so we have to always say if they play. I'm going to say your two wide. I'm going to rank. Well, let's start with running back, Saquon and Walker. Okay, done. Easy. Wide receiver, I'm going to rank them. AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, D-Hop, Waddle, I guess. So obviously, well, AJ Brown and Terry McLaurin, I mean, I shouldn't say it. It's not Sunday. It's not Sunday yet. They should play. So those will be my two wide receivers. My two flexes are going to be Metcalf, and then if he plays, and then probably D-Hop, and I guess if Metcalf's out, D-Hop and Waddle, or maybe D-Hop and Dobbins over Waddle.
Yeah, I could go Dobbins over Waddle, and then Laporta at tight end. Yeah, all right, good with all that. Alex Snodgrass, real estate in standard: Pittman, Adams, Tillman, or Coleman.
I think I still go Pittman here. He's got Flacco now. He could score. Still going to go Pittman.
He gets the Vikings this weekend. That's a great matchup for receivers. Yeah, I'm going Pittman for sure. Super flex trade. Holmes for Achane. Other QBs are Darnold and JD. Oh, man, it's super flex.
Yeah.
I don't know. You really want to just say, I got Sam Darnold. I'm good at QB rest of the season. I don't know.
Yeah. Super flex. I think you got to hold Mahomes.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with having 3 startable quarterbacks. It's okay. Trade Brian Robinson for Brian Thomas in standard.
No, I think it's standard. I want Brian Robinson. I want the running back.
Yeah, keep the running back. So no, don't do those trades. Genu Force asked the other night, but so you asked it and then you didn't wait for the answer and you did it anyways. Okay, traded Waddle for DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I think we said this is very fair based on team need. Very fair.
One quarterback, two running back, two receiver, two flex.
Hopefully, Genu Force, you're still awake for this one.
Yeah. It's not that far behind. So, Baker or Tua, I guess it's a choice. Quarterback.
I'll just go Baker.
Yeah. Paul Swift, Bigsby, Tracy. We need two running backs.
Yeah, I think I go Hall and Swift. Plus, you just traded for Swift. Let's roll them out there. Hall and Swift.
And I like Swift this week. And then two receivers.
Well, I probably would have said London and Neighbors, but man, if Puka is out, Cup is like no brainer, must start. So let's go. Are we gonna? There's two flexes? Is it PPR? Does it say? It doesn't say. Let's go Cup, London, Neighbors, Downs. If it's PPR.
All five of those receivers are very startable, but agree. We'll put those guys. All right. I mean, look, it's not a bad trade. And you're deep at receiver, so I think that's fine. You upgraded at RB2. I think that trade is fine. Domingo Salazar, DK Higgins, Downs, Neighbors, sit one.
Well, assuming they all play, I'm sorry, I'm sitting Downs. But my guess is this decision will probably be made for you. Because one of DK and Higgins will probably sit, if not both.
Yeah, well, I can help make that decision for you. Don't trust T. Higgins. Sit him now. Get him out. Sit.
You know, it's funny on Saturday, like if T. Higgins is a full participant tomorrow, and they're like, nope, not even on the injury report, then on Saturday you're going to be like, play Higgins.
Maybe. Gabriel, good evening and happy Halloween.
Yes.
All right, Jonathan Brooks, which is sort of semi-good news. He is maybe going to make his debut. We'll see. Holding on to him with Carolina being bad and Chuba, what he is, real value.
I mean, I'm not ready to completely give up on Jonathan Brooks. I think they have to. Is this the last? Like, do they have to activate him this week, or does he have one more week in his practice window? I don't remember. But
that I don't know. I do know I saw something about it. They're saying it sounds promising for my actually play, which is really weird because just last week they asked Canales, like, is it possible he doesn't play this season? He's like, yeah, maybe. Like, what?
Yeah.
How did we go from one to the other? But, I don't know.
But the thing is, like, how excited can we be for a rookie running back coming off a torn ACL in the Carolina Panthers offense?
Yeah, stash. I mean, he's still worth stashing, but if you're asking trade value, no, there's probably no trade value right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any trade value
here. All right, got Chase, St. Brown, Hill, Waddle, Evans, London, Walker, and Achane. Trade London for Hall or Aaron Jones.
I mean, you could. This team is stacked and deep at wide receiver. But, okay, if you get Hall, you might be starting Hall over Walker. But if you get Aaron Jones, are you even going to start Aaron Jones? You're not going to start him over Walker or Achane probably. If you can get Hall for London, sure. I don't know about Aaron Jones. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'd prefer Hall, though. I mean, London, though. I mean, I'd prefer Hall, too. But if you can do London for Hall, sure. But I wouldn't do it for Aaron Jones.
Exactly. So if you can do it, go for it. Richard Anapolsky. Okay, DK maybe won't play. Let's see. Flex, Harrison or Mooney?
I mean, I know it's the Bears, but I mean, Terry just had a nice game against the Bears. I don't. I think I still got to go Harrison over Mooney, even against the Bears.
This is tough because Mooney is seemingly the safer choice. But if Harrison does like what Harrison did last week, and if he's starting to break out and they're starting to actually use him in better ways, Harrison's going to have the higher ceiling. So, yeah, for me, this is kind of you're going to take what Mooney gives you, which should be fine, or chase a little bit higher ceiling. I usually chase ceiling. And yes, I see DH just saying the Packers defense is like number 2 ranked on ESPN, whatever. It's the Packers play the Lions this week.
Yeah.
Don't want to stream a defense against the Lions. That's what it is. Not a bad defense, just not a good matchup. Doug Fenton, Murray or Stafford?
I think here I can go Stafford. Here. Not a great spot for Murray this week against that Bears secondary. Let's just go Stafford.
Yeah, like Stafford. All right. Richard Anapolsky was about to start Stafford. But what if Puka doesn't play?
Well, he's not gone yet. I mean, maybe if Puka is out, I can go Baker over Stafford, but not Dak. Not Dak.
Yeah, even then, I'd still probably go Stafford because Kupp is back. Just all the Baker's matchup is so bad against the Chiefs. Just one of the best defenses out there. So I think I would still go Stafford. Man, really hope Puka plays. But yeah, it's not like he's been ruled out or anything.
Right.
And Brother Pickle. Welcome, Brother Pickle. Just traded Bucky Rashad and Tillman for Olave Najee.
That's great. Just for getting Olave, that's a huge win.
Yeah.
Huge win
if you got that. Also have Nico, Chase, Puka, Brown, Tracy Mixon. Yeah, we want Puka to play, but now you got Olave, and that's good. Also, Brown or Tracy?
I just go Tracy. He got all the work last week. And it wasn't like Singletary left that game with an injury. Giants are just like, you're better. You get the work. Give me Tracy.
Yep. Tracy, if he plays. And you can afford to wait on this one, I think. To Andrea. She's here. Ooh, Devontae Adams tonight or Zay Flowers? Half PPR. I can already sense you. The dilemma, that expression is you really don't want to start either one. You have to pick.
That's the dilemma. I'm kind of curious because, Andrea, I know you follow us. How did you get Devontae Adams on your team?
Yeah, like we would have never told you to draft him. And look, it's fine. I wasn't out on Devontae Adams. Didn't know he was going to get traded to the Jets, but whatever. I would go Adams. We could do something. We'll do something.
Yeah, I might just go Adams tonight. It's the Broncos. It's Pat Surtain. I mean, yeah, just give me Adams tonight.
Yeah. Don't want to risk Flowers getting shut out. SB, Ridley or Madison at the flex?
I'm going Madison. Ridley is going to face a lot of Christian Gonzalez. They're not going to throw it they're not going to be playing from behind, throwing it a ton. I feel like it's Pollard week. Just give me Madison.
Oh, let's see who the Titans get. The Patriots.
Christian Gonzalez.
I don't know, but Ridley said something today about how he's changed his preparation and he's really more focused and dialed in now. I mean, you got to take that to mean a lot.
So the 2 weeks prior, he was just out there going like, I don't care.
It would seem so. Actually, you know what? I saw, I don't know if this is true. Will Levis is good. He might actually be back at starter.
So that doesn't make me any higher. That might make me lower on Ridley, honestly.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That might be enough to say just like, okay, let's just go Madison here. Yeah, just go Madison. You get some points. All right, Alejandro Quintela wants a score 1 to 10. gonna make me try to read this. Spacebar is your friend.
What is this? This a bunch of letters?
Okay, I can tell Allen or Goff. You want to start?
What are we doing here? We're rating this?
Well, he said also a score from 1 to 10, but he says PPR 1 QB, tight end, flex 2.
Oh man.
Okay.
Alejandro, this is okay. Allen at QB. Tight end. Who even is a tight end? Ingram and Kraft. Ingram at tight end.
I think it's Mixon and Jacobs at running back.
Yeah, with 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. Mixon, Jacobs, Connor. I might go Mixon, Connor. Jacobs, tough matchup this week. 2 wide receivers. Neighbors, Collins. Well, you can't play Collins. London, Higgins, Evans. Okay, Collins and Neighbors in London. 1 flex. I might flex Jacobs. If Higgins plays, I'll flex Higgins. Otherwise, I'll flex Jacobs. Rate the team. Is it a 10-teamer? What is this? Does it say?
No, not that I can tell. Oh, 12-man. Yeah, it does say 12-man.
12-man? You got Mixon, Jacobs, Connor, CMC coming back. You got Neighbors, Collins coming back. Hey, this is great. I'm going to give Alejandro, I'm going to give your team a 9.5. I'm going to give your chat a 0.5.
There you go.
You get a 9.5 for the team and a 0.5 for the chat.
Like I said, the spacebar is your friend. Perhaps, I know maybe on mobile sometimes a little harder, but whatever. Yeah, it's a really good team. Unfortunate injuries there with Evans and Collins, but you get Collins back, so you're pretty stacked for a 12-teamer. Yeah.
And Dicer saying we missed this, which we did.
All right, apologies, Dicer. 007. 2 leagues. Devontae Adams, I guess, over Olave.
Yeah, this is an easy one. Is no and no. No and no.
Yeah, you definitely want to start Olave, and I like Swift a lot this week. I mean, you would start Swift pretty much on a weekly basis over Devontae Adams anyways, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so no to Devontae. No to Tate. EC, Bo Nix, Baker Mayfield. It's a fair question this week.
It is a fair question this week. I think I'm still going Baker, but I wouldn't fault you for going Nix.
I might go Knicks. It's first time all season. Might be the last time. I think I might go Knicks for that upside. But I wouldn't blame you. You may feel this is close. This is what makes it tough. So it's kind of a toss-up here. Country Connected, what's up? Having some serious trouble. My team is so beautiful.
Okay.
It is. I guess we have to pick a lineup here.
All right. 2 running backs will be Achane and Monty. 2 wide receivers will be Chase and Olave, and I will flex Devonta Smith.
You got to start Achane. You got to start Olave. That's Jamar Chase, right? Jamar Chase.
I assume so.
Yeah, it is pretty. It's beautiful. Might bring a tear to my eye. Chase Olave, Achane Monty. It's too many good options. Devontae Smith.
Yeah, so I'm flexing.
By the way, I didn't want to leave this out. That was a good one. Seal. If you're starting Bo Nix, does that make you a Bo leaver?
Oh, jeez.
All for
Oh,
the dad jokes. Let's do them. Ivan Garcia, the two, the two goats. All right, you're the goat. You're the real goat. Should I drop Seattle's defense? Probably. Rest of the season.
yeah, I would drop. I can drop Seattle defense and pick up a different defense this week for sure. I don't know who's out there, but yeah.
Stream defense. Seattle's definitely not like a stash, set and forget kind of defense. Tiffany Fuller, yes. So Puka did leave practice. So what do you do with a guy like D-Rob?
You don't. I mean, I guess if you want to pick him up, you can. I wouldn't be rushing out to pick him up just yet. Again, it's not like they've ruled Puka out already or like said he's going on IR or anything. So,
right. Yeah, you can if you need a receiver, sure. But let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, Cody. Also noticed that Puka re-aggravated his knee injury. Okay. Well, a fair question. We're gonna hopefully find out something tomorrow. If not, we'll find out before Sunday. But if Puka is like questionable going into the game, do you just go Olave?
I mean, I would say yes, but man, who knows with McVay? Like, he could have gotten a boo-boo on his knee, and McVay will make it sound like he's not playing, and then all of a sudden at the last second, there he is. It's like WWE, right, or whatever. Like, here he comes. Oh, look, who's it? What's that gif of the guy with like the cast on his leg, and he throws the towel off, and his leg is fine? That's like,
Yeah,
it's like McVay with Puka.
this is true. I've been saying don't believe any coaches this year, man. Just straight up lying. Yeah, I guess for now you could put Olave in there. He's in a great spot, but let's see. We'll find out. Terry R. Cut 2. Mason Hawk, D Hop, Chase Brown, and Stroud.
Stroud.
Definitely.
I mean, I want to say Hawk, but it depends on who your tight end is. If you already have a very good tight end, I'd probably just drop Stroud and Hawk. I don't want to cut Mason. I don't want to cut D Hop or Brown, so Stroud and Hawk.
There you go. If you're, for whatever reason, I'm trying to think, maybe you got somebody off IR. I don't know why, but try 2 for 1. Maybe try to flip D Hop and Hawkinson, who people are going to be high on. Maybe you can get some quality over the quantity, and if not, definitely Stroud. I guess Hawkinson. Francisco Gallardo. Who do I start? Hall, Cook, Jones, or Kenneth Walker? So you're saying you can only choose one of these running backs?
I think you still have to start Breece Hall.
I mean, I don't feel like it might not be a great Breece Hall week. And I do like Cook and I like Jones, but it's like, yeah, I think I have to start Breece Hall. I mean, he is technically a must start. On the running back video, we say he's a must start if you got him, so you got to start. Man, don't know how you have. It's like a 14 league. All right, this is the easy one here. Mr. Light Jr. Tank, Dell, or Olave?
Olave. Definitely Olave.
Definitely Olave. Now, what about this? Bench one of those 3 running backs for Tank Dell. Swift, Connor, J.K. Dobbins.
Not Swift or Connor. I'm debating Dobbins. Do I bench Dobbins for Dell? Dobbins gets the Browns this week. Man, it's not good. But Dell gets the Jets. It's also not good. Is it PPR? Does it say? If it's PPR, I might bench Dobbins for Dell. But if it's half or non-PPR, I'll keep Dobbins in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Dobbins is the only one I would consider. Yeah, Dobbins this week. It's okay. Like, he's fine. So I guess if it's full PPR, you could take a chance on Tank, maybe put in more points. By the way, Francisco, let's get back to that one. He says start 2. Okay, so Hall and
think I'm going Hall and Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, which is interesting because we both Cook and Jones we got as booms this week, but Walker, I believe we still have him in the must start. Yeah, it's not a bad.
He gets the Rams this week at home.
Yeah. All right, Senor Rojo. Interesting. Who do you have rest of the season? Jennings, who was the hot pickup 2 weeks ago, and then didn't play. Tillman, who's the hot pickup this week. And
I got Jennings rest of the season. Let's not forget he's the wide receiver 2 for the 49ers.
Right.
I still take Jennings over Tillman.
Yeah, the wide receiver 2 for the Niners or for the Browns? Let me go with the Niners. Jennings, look, all his numbers, I know a lot of it did come in that one monster game, but still, this isn't just that game. His all his advanced stats for the season are really good. Separation, his ability to get open he's going to have a lot of openings there, and they still do have Debo. They still do have Kittle. Jennings, I think, can make some big plays. So, yes, Jennings is going to be definitely a forgotten man. All right. I think we're caught up on Super Chats. We're going to still do a little bit more. We'll hang out. I mean, it is Thanksgiving. I mean, not Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Halloween. It's Thursday. I was thinking Thursday and holidays. Thursday Night Football is starting in about a half hour, and Halloween already started. Which, by the way, just to remind you one more time, since there's football tonight, you still have a chance to get the free pick of CJ Stroud just getting 1 yard. Again, if for some reason, any of you, we do have a lot of new viewers here again this week. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. You may not know, we partner with Underdog, and so if you haven't tried Underdog yet, get that membership right now. You get this free pick. You can take advantage. You get CJ Stroud just getting 1 yard tonight. So take the higher, you get that free pick, combine it with any other pick that you like, and then you can win right off the bat. And then you'll probably very quickly get addicted to doing the pick'ems because that's just how it is. It's a lot of fun, and you do have a good chance to win because they always give you these little profit boosts and these deals. And you start with a freebie. So check it out if you haven't already. Just download Underdog, but make sure you use code NGAME when you first sign up and become a new customer there. And get the bonus cash as well.
By the way, are you wearing a zombie shirt? Is that a zombie shirt?
Yeah, I've worn this.
Falchi, zombie.
Okay, we haven't talked movies yet. Maybe because we're caught up. Is this a good time?
Sure. Yeah.
There it is. This is
easily
the image of the poster from which I have the poster, just not up because my wife doesn't approve. But the poster from Zombie, the movie, it's literally called Zombie because it's Italian, as you know. It's called Zombie by Lucio Fulci, the horror master. So yeah,
there's two scenes in that movie. There's one that's like absolutely ridiculous, and there's one that like probably one of the few times where it's like I can barely even watch it. That's obviously the wood to the eye. But the absurd scene is the zombie fighting a shark, and I'm not even making that up. There's a zombie fighting a shark
underwater.
And it's not done like Sharknado. It's not done it's done in a very serious way.
No. This was in the 70s. There's no CGI there. It was all, that's a classic. And then he did that again, the eye thing. I think it was the eye thing in the City of the Living Dead, which is also a great underrated one. With the one with the saw, the hand saw. Yeah. But anyways, and Terminator, by the way, a little earlier, Terminator said he liked your shirt. There it is. There's the proof.
Thank you. Yeah, Halloween, my favorite horror movie of all time.
All right, and we do this. I feel like we do this every year. Let's do it again. Top 5. You can only watch 5 horror movies the rest of your life. Top 5.
Oh man, Halloween, The Thing, but John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yes,
Apparently, I
I'm
like
so
John.
glad. Okay, 'cause you know Ava, my Ava, she loves horror movies too now, probably more than I do, even if that's possible. And so she had not seen the thing. I just showed her that last week. I got to pick the movie, and we watched the thing, and she was like, "That was so good." She was like,
So
"I
good.
usually I can predict what's going to happen in a movie. Like I know." She goes, "I did not see that coming, especially the part with you know." She loved it.
Uh, Hollywood, Halloween, The Thing. Like which ones do I always go back to?
Got to put a giallo in there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like which one. I don't know. That's tough. Top five. Like Halloween, The Thing are like two of my absolute favorites. So those are easy for me. But then it gets hard to go the next three.
Hmm. All right. How about just pick one and we'll do top three. You got Chucky back there. Is Child's Play on your list?
No, I didn't think that wasn't that good. Let me see. What are yours?
All right. Well, while you're thinking your third, okay, mine number one, definitely Evil Dead 2. Classic. All the Evil Deads are great, but Evil Dead 2 is the best. And number two is Zombie, which makes sense. Lucio Fulci, Zombie. And number three, I'm going to go with the one that is, okay, what side? This one, everybody recognize who this guy is? You recognize it?
Oh, Phantasm. I do like that movie a lot.
The Tall Man.
Phantasm.
Oh man, I do like Phantasm. I don't know if it's in my top 5 though. Yeah, I don't know if one of the maybe Alien. Is that a horror movie? Does that count?
Borderline. Some people call it horror. It's mostly sci-fi, but I think it can count. If you want it to count, it'll count.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one, and you've seen the new one.
No, but I heard it's good, but I have not seen it.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody recognized Phantasm. West Side. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, Fright Night's a good one.
Friday Night's good. Friday Night's one of those like, yeah, I'll watch it because it's like low investment. I feel like it's fun. It's like fun horror.
Yeah,
I guess.
It's funny. I like the funny horror. Like Evil Dead 2 is funny.
Yeah.
Shining.
Yeah, I like the Evil Dead movies for sure. I just don't know if I could put them like top 5. But it, like really the thing that makes it hard for me is because it really depends like what I'm in the mood for. Like sometimes I want like the ones I find the scariest are more like the. Well, I'll tell you a really recent one that I really like that might actually be in my top 5 is Where Evil Lurks. Is that what it's called? Where Evil Lurks? Oh, I think Train to Busan has to be in my top 5 for sure. Unbelievably good. Yeah. Where Evil Lurks is so shocking, but not like in a Terrifier shocking way where it's just like, yeah, we're just gonna gross you out. Like shocking in like a they went there type of way. Like, but like in a very like Terrifier, they're gonna like do some crazy stuff, but it's campy, right? Terrifier's campy, which I like campy sometimes, yes. Right? Like
it definitely
sometimes
is.
I'll just throw on like a Friday the 13th movie and just be like, this is stupid, but it's campy, it's fun. This was like, there's a dog viciously attacking a 6-year-old girl, and it's done in a very realistic and disturbing way. Yeah, definitely recommend it. I think it's either where evil lurks or when evil lurks. Where evil lurks. It's it's foreign non-US horror is way better than US horror these days.
Especially nowadays, there's a lot more new countries, where there's horror coming from. South America, there's a couple. There's one on my watch list I want to see, and there's one we just saw that was really good. But anyways, yeah. Oh, in Korea, that's the new thing because they're Train to Busan, right?
Yeah.
It's Korean, but also there's another one we saw not that long ago. It was really good. It was like 3 hours long, which is kind of long, but it was good. Yeah, Korean horror is starting to become a thing.
Yep. Yeah, I think I Train to Busan because the thing about Train to Busan, I might put kind of in the same genre. I might put 28 Days Later in there.
That's a good one.
In my top 5 too.
All right, there you have it. Unofficial top list. Let's do a few more here. Ivan Garcia. So we would be proud. He traded away T.J. Hawkinson and got Tyreek.
Well done.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Shocked, proud in a shocked way.
Yes.
Very proud. Yes.
And we did just get confirmation it is the same knee for Puka. That might be in my top 5 scariest movies.
Maybe they, I don't know, rushed him back too soon, made him run too many routes first game back. Who knows? It's possible, but at least they won that game. Juan Guzman. Thank you, Juan. Let's see. I don't see a chat. If I see a question, unless you see it, we'll put it up. So we got a few like that. Also got, all right. Sean Stanton, Hopkins or Ridley, the current or the former Titan?
I'm just gonna go Hopkins. Just gamble on Hopkins against Bucks.
Agree. What about Gabriel Covarrubias, Devontae Adams, or D-Hop?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go D-Hop again.
Nice. All right. Here's one who is on. Pittman, Reed, or Myers?
I'm just gonna go Pittman with Flacco. Reed probably looking at Malik Willis. Myers is okay, but let's just go with Pittman with Flacco.
Yeah, definitely a good matchup. It would be Reed if it wasn't for Jordan Love probably being out, but let's go Pittman. Evan Chong, Jacobs or Tay in the flex?
Definitely Jacobs. I don't think Jacobs is like in any danger of missing here.
No, I'd definitely go Jacobs as well. Terrence San Nicolas. 2 receivers, 1 flex. Got Wilson, Watson, Judy, Liggett, Elijah Moore.
Let's go Wilson, Liggett, and I guess Judy. Wilson, Liggett, Judy.
Yeah, Wilson for sure. Can't go Watson with Willis at quarterback. I definitely don't want to start 2 Browns receiver. My question is which Browns receiver? Is it Judy or is it Elijah Moore? But I already said I don't want to get trapped by Elijah Moore. So I'll agree. Judy and Liggett. Joshua Rogers dropped a super chat. Choose 2. Dell, JSN, or Coleman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna gamble on Dell tonight.
Oh, we need 2 though.
Okay, I'm just gonna gamble on Dell and Coleman.
So basically, we're saying no to JSN. Not shocked.
Yeah, even if DK is out again, like give me some upside.
Right. What about? Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Don't want to make it 10. 9 times is enough. Leap of fate. Tried 9 times. The 10th is your lucky time. Happy Halloween. Pick 2. Dobbs, Flowers, Deontay, Sutton, Devontae, because he lost Godwin.
I think that's Devonta.
Or Devonta. All right.
Sutton and Devonta Smith are my picks. Definitely.
Yeah, I see. It's kind of annoying now. You got all of a sudden 2 Ravens receivers splitting time. So it's the last 2, right? The last 2,
Yep,
Sutton and Devonta.
definitely the last two.
Okay, there you go. Leap of fate. The next is Country Connected wants to make an announcement. Got 2 new trades since you don't bug us every day. Traded DJ Moore, Love, and Najee for Allen and Achan.
That's pretty good. Well done. Well
You are-
done.
You are going to the ship for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, can't say for sure. You have a good chance. Let's see. I think this is the same one we already did. Yeah. Last Terrifier. Look, Terrifier is definitely interesting, but I don't know. I can't put it in my top. Now this.
Nah, it's one of the,
Sorry, go ahead.
it's one of those like it's just shock for the sake of shock. You know what I mean? Which is fine. But it's like
Right.
I can't put it in my top. Like I need more than just shock in my movies.
Yeah, it's entertaining if you like that kind of thing, which I do. But yeah, it's not like a great movie. I do like that it is unique and original. That's good at least. This look, West Side must be a horror fan. This is I forgot. This is definitely in my top 10. The Descent. I love that movie. That's such a good movie. That's
I've never
actually
seen it.
legitimately scary. Oh, that's good. That's
All right.
Descent. What? Okay, Connor, I don't believe you. Maybe you're right. I think it's a little too soon. He's saying that Puka's out for the year, and they're like going to trade everybody now.
No, they have not announced that. But it is the same knee, so
yeah, I'm not saying it. I mean, that could be the case. I don't think that it probably happened like within the hour after the injury, though. Traded Najee and Shakir for Tracy and Evans. Cook or not cook?
you cooked. You cooked just for getting Evans, and look, Tracy looks good. You cooked.
Yeah,
Definitely cooked.
this is nice. This is very nice. Some people get impatient, right? Guy misses a week with an injury, or guy is missing a couple of weeks, or he has a bye, and they're like, yeah, this is a big win. This is not a win because it's a null, Emmanuel Morales. Sorry, I can't help myself, but that Knowles logo's got to go. Judy has a QB now, but so does Demarcus Robinson. Okay. Which one, if Puka doesn't play?
Well, this is a legitimate question now because Jerry Jeudy gets the Chargers. I mean, this is a brutal matchup for Jerry Jeudy. At least the Rams get the Seahawks. Not like they're a gift to wide receivers, but they're not nearly on the same level as the Chargers. I might go DeMarcus Robinson if Puka is really out, though. We don't know if Puka's out yet. Let's wait.
Right. This is making that assumption. If Puka just absolutely doesn't play, sure, I'm fine going D-Rob over Judy. Not going to start falling for the whole Jordan Whittington, Tyler Johnson, that kind of thing again, because Kupp is there, at least for now. So, yeah, let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. Not assume anything. All right, and then, all right, Connor. That's so nice. We'll put you up here. Would you trade my neighbors for his Nico Collins?
Yeah, give me Nico Collins. Give me Nico. He should be back next week. I mean, you got to be even higher on Nico than we were before. Now that Diggs is gone, like, give me Nico.
Yeah, exactly. I'd go with the upside. Nico is hopefully back and healthy the rest of the season. You got the better player down the stretch for the fantasy playoffs. Go Nico. Manuel, tempted to hit the band hammer here and just delete, but I won't do that. Not like that, because you seem like a nice guy despite that horrible avatar that you have on there. By the way, I don't know. Did you see the game last week? Well, I forgot what happened. All right. I can look. I don't know when the next time the Hurricanes are going to be this good again is, so I have to enjoy it as much as I can. Because after Cam Ward goes to the NFL, yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. What do you think, Chris? We do a few more?
Sure, let's do a few more.
All right. Joseph Housel, Dell Downs, or McConkey?
Ah, man.
It's a tough one.
I mean, not Dell. You can bench Dell here. It's between Downs or Ladd. I guess Downs, because I feel a little bit better that the Colts will sling it with Flacco a bunch. So I guess Downs slightly over Ladd.
Yeah, it's not Dell. Like them both. In fact, those guys are both also on the Boom video. I'm gonna have to prefer the matchup for Downs. I think it's just better for him. But they're both good. Sean Stanton, D-Hop, or Coleman?
I like you spelled it literally D-Hop. Or I guess it could be Day-Hop. I'm gonna go Hopkins. I'm gonna go Hopkins here. Coleman, it's just a tough spot for Coleman this week. Give me Hop.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's not like all the way integrated to the offense, but he shouldn't have any limitations. You know what I mean? And really, they got him because really, who else are they throwing to besides Kelsey? Worthy's not getting that many targets. I think Hopkins does get more involved, and Tampa Bay defense is so bad. The secondary. So I would go D-Hop and see if he does something. All right, what about Jiggy Saint? Waiting patiently.
Jiggy Saint.
In case Leggett doesn't play. Is Leggett? I guess I know he was banged up. Okay. Pierce, Parker Washington, or Elijah Moore?
I mean, I guess I would go Elijah Moore. I mean, Pierce, like, could maybe hit one touchdown, but he could also give you the big fat 0, which if Leggett doesn't play, he can get you a 0. So I might just go Elijah Moore here.
Does it matter? He's got Tillman already.
I mean, Tillman's already starting, so you can't bench Tillman. I mean, I'm not starting any of those guys over Tillman.
Well, no, I'm saying is, are you okay starting 2 Browns receivers?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to start Parker Washington. Let's just hope Leggett plays.
It would only be if BTJ doesn't play at all, right? That's when we consider Parker Washington.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, I will say he's gonna be in the Kirk role. He was in that role last year, but at the same time, like, what is he really gonna do with that role?
Yeah. How great was Christian Kirk this year before he got hurt? Yeah. All right, Louis, Pittman, Leggett, Myers, or Tillman for the flex?
It's gonna go Pittman in PPR, especially with Flacco. Just go Pittman.
Yep. Same league, Geno or Baker?
Still going Baker here.
Yeah. Here's where I'll go Baker. Worried about that matchup, but just worried about Geno in general. Ooh, all right. Mean guy, 670. Nix or Kyler?
I'm still going Kyler.
Yeah. Auden or Kraft?
Gotta go Auden.
Yeah, this week you can definitely go Auden despite the tough matchup because Kraft is probably getting Malik Willis. All right. Is there anybody we haven't talked about here? Oh, I think we can answer this. Rice, Force, T. Higgins, or Malik Neighbors? Like, even if Higgins plays, I'm going Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. Even if Higgins plays, I'm going Neighbors.
Lil Hayes, better stash rest of the season. Pierce Hall or Jawan Jennings?
I'm still going with Jennings. I think he's the wide receiver 2 here when he's healthy.
Yeah, definitely Jennings. Don't forget about him just because he missed the game. He should be the number 2 guy there. All right, one more. Let's do one more good one. This one seems... let's do this real quick. Bizzleman, Swift or Dell?
I'm just going to go Swift.
Yeah, I like Swift a lot this week. I'll go Swift, and we have to do this one. Brian Diaz, Tank or Brown for the flex? Now,
is this Dell or Bigsby? If it's Tank Dell, I'm just going to go Tank Dell. If it's Tank Bigsby, I'll probably go Chase Brown.
Yeah, like Brian, I know you're on here. You just dropped this. Can you tell us which tank it is just so we're completely sure? And Westside, the horror fan, Thoughts on Coker? I do talk about Coker, Beat the Breakout, which is going to be coming out very soon. So I'll tell. I go into detail. Thoughts are he has a chance. I mean, it's still a horrible offense, but somebody's got to catch passes when they're coming from behind in the fourth quarter, and Coker could do that. So he's going to be a risky flex some weeks. This week, I mean, it's the Saints. This is a good week for him to potentially get some garbage time. Let's see. What is it? Tank Dell. Okay, so Tank Dell.
Yeah,
I'm
going to go Tank Dell. Yeah, I'm going to go Dell.
Yeah, we'll go Tank Dell here. All right, we ended on a good note. Oh, wait. Alan Wendling, he's a member. Dobbins and JSN for Monty?
Yeah, just give me Monty at this point. Give me Monty.
Yep. Take it. Take Monty. Got some football about to start, so we're going to get out of here, let you guys go turn on the game or trick or treat or pass out candy or yell at kids to get off your lawn, whatever it is you want to do tonight. Watch some horror movies. I know that's what we're about to do, or a little bit of all of the above. Or buy candy, pretend you're going to give it out, and then just save it and eat it for yourself. I mean, not that I do that, but, maybe some people do that.
Some people might do that.
Huh?
Some people might do that.
That's what I heard. Some people do that. But what we should definitely do is join us on Saturday for the long live show where we know all the injury information, and we'll give you our latest takes on everything, answer your questions, and check out the videos still coming out tomorrow and Saturday. And of course, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications so you know exactly when we go live. All right. So happy Halloween to everyone. All right.
Yep.
See you.